Don't waste your time with explanations. People only hear what they want to hear. We can't avoid reasoning. We can only avoid doing it well. Whatever you believe with feeling becomes your reality. Everyone who got to where they are had to begin where they were. I've had a lot of worries in my life, most of which never happened. Build your opponent a golden bridge to retreat across. Do not look for healing at the feet of those who broke you. If you make a mistake and do not correct it, this is called a mistake. Peace proposals unaccompanied by a sworn covenant indicate a plot. I've never had anyone's approval, so I've learned to live without it. If at first you don't succeed, remove all evidence you ever tried. The truth isn't always beauty, but the hunger for it is. Go to heaven for the climate and hell for the company. To have a human form of a joyful thing, but in the universe of possible forms, there are others just as good. Fear defeats more people than any other one thing in the world. In fact, the truth cannot be communicated until it is perceived. Politeness is the first thing people lose once they get the power. Focus on making yourself better, not on thinking that you are better. All wars are won or lost before they are ever fought. Things joined by profit, when pressed by misfortune and danger, will cast each other aside. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Life is more or less a lie, but then again, that's exactly the way we want it to be. He who knows he is a fool is not the biggest fool. He who knows he is confused is not in the worst confusion. We have 4 problems: overthinking, trust, share, love. The desire to reach for the stars is ambitious. The desire to reach hearts is wise. If you are far from the enemy, make him believe you are near. Nothing is permanent in this wicked world, not even our troubles. Our lives can't be measured by our final years. Of this I am sure. Stand in the divine rain, and seeds of wisdom will grow in your soul. Great men are like eagles, and build their nest on some lofty solitude. Being unconquerable lies with yourself. Being conquerable lies with your enemy. There is no wealth like knowledge, no poverty like ignorance. In conflict, straightforward actions generally lead to engagement. Surprising actions generally lead to victory. Do good, live in the most positive and joyful way possible every day. Once you stop learning, you start dying. The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Fear is the polio of the soul, which prevents our walking by faith. Sometimes the questions are complicated and the answers are simple. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. Life isn't about escaping, but it's all about experiencing. What is of the greatest importance in war is extraordinary speed. One cannot afford to neglect opportunity. It is the certainty that they possess the truth that makes men cruel. Stay calm. You've been through this before. You'll get through it again. When inequality takes root, a garden of problems flourishes. I do maintain that if your hair is wrong, your entire life is wrong. A superior man is modest in his speech, but exceeds in his actions. Sometimes the grass is greener, Sometimes it is sick. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. You don't have to like someone, but you have to treat them as you wish to be treated. We are good to others only because we think that that is or will be good for us. Don't be afraid of enemies who attack you. Be afraid of the friends who flatter you. What the caterpillar calls the end, the rest of the world calls a butterfly. Life, unfortunately, doesn't seem to care what we want. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. If something is important, it deserves to be experienced deeply. Conformity teaches us the value of our precious worth. I think it was the institution. I was trying to master it. There's nothing you can't do if you want it bad enough. Nobody ever lives their life all the way up, except bullfighters. A traitor's just a patriot on the wrong side of winning. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. Even though the ship may go down, the journey goes on. If it keeps you happy, keep it quiet. Never say anything about yourself you don't want to come true. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself over and over again. Life is an essay you yourself have to write, start to finish. I do not know everything, still many things I understand. There are two ways to live. You can live as if nothing is a miracle. You can live as if everything is a miracle. Great knowledge is universal. Small knowledge is limited. Great words are inspiring. Small words are chatter. There's no point having wishes if you don't at least try to do them. People say nothing is impossible, but I do nothing every day. A single death is a tragedy. 1,000,000 deaths is a statistic. You can change your mind. Don't let your mind change you. Luck implies an absolute absence of any principle. Too many people are too busy making a living to make a life. Manifest plainness, embrace simplicity, choose selfishness, have few desires. The most beautiful experience we can have is the mysterious. It is the fundamental emotion that stands at the cradle of true art and true science. Forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. What we can change is our perceptions, which have the effect of changing everything. But man's duty is to try and endeavor. Success depends upon chance and environments. I don't think you should wait. I think you should speak now. If you want to lead them, you must place yourself behind them. Next to trying and winning, the best thing is trying and failing. Reason may be employed to support faith as well as to destroy it. Imagination is the highest form of research. Every ounce of my cynicism is supported by historical precedent. Vote for the man who promises least. He'll be the least disappointing. The older I grow, the more I distrust the familiar doctrine that age brings wisdom. Thinking something does not make it true. Wanting something does not make it real. If you are untrustworthy, people will not trust you. The worst part of being okay is that okay is far from happy. The trick is to enjoy life. Don't wish away your days, waiting for better ones ahead. Death is unstoppable. One must face it as a fact of life. Aslan, you doubt your value. Don't run from who you are. Vulnerability is the least celebrated emotion in our society. In the desire to control others, we lose control over ourselves. Only he who has no use for the empire is fit to be entrusted with it. Just let it be. If it's meant to be, it will happen. Become braver, stronger, wiser, kinder, and you will become better. If you're waiting until you feel talented enough to make it, you'll never make it.